Hey everyone, this is Joyful Anime 19 here with another here with a new what if here for with another what if video of what if what if Deku was the son of Rimuru Tempest part 2. Now let's get to the storyline. Okay, Rimuru and Inko are married and what and and um during during that time, there was there was some Inko knows that Rimuru has a job as a pro hero, and he needs to do everything he can to protect the public. But he doesn't just do it just protect the people. Now that he has someone to protect, he he now wants to protect Inko. And not only that, Inko is also his has his has his child inside of her. And during that time, during that time, Rimuru decided to work as hard as he can for his family, to provide for his family so they can have a nice house, good food to eat, and everything and things like that. So he worked as hard, and over time he also gained a name called the Giant Slayer, because he always takes because he takes down those with you know the guy I mentioned with a gigantification quirk? Yeah, like that. That's how he got the name Giant Slayer. People gave him that nickname because he took down the villains with quirks that could make them with gigantification quirks. He took them down with ease. Yeah. Some even gave him other nicknames like Slime Dude or something like that, or a Slime God, the almighty Rimuru, thing like that. Rimuru reached through the ranks of one of the top 10 heroes, top 10 strongest heroes. And let's see, what rank should he be in? I believe he'll be at rank. He'll be the rank 5th hero. Well, he doesn't want to. Well, he doesn't want to get that popular in a quick second. He rather avoid other things, but yeah. He over time he earned a large sum of money, and Inko and Rimuru told Inko that he found a new place where they can live. And Inko said, this is a little sun, don't you think? Yes, but I want us to live in a happy home with our kid. I can't wait to see who it is. Don't worry. Come on. We have until the end of the week to pack up. Pack up to our new place. And I think you're gonna like it. The week passes and they move into their new home. Inko is really happy that they got a new home. And it's really big. It's kind of like rich person big, rich family big, but something like that. It's like a shrine. It's like a dojo, but bigger. So yeah. then the months pass and Inko is at the hospital. She's about to give birth to the child, and Rimuru got the phone call, and he says that he's on his way, and there's a villain who's causing trouble. Damn it! I'm not gonna miss the birth of my child. Nothing will stand in my way. You hear me? Nothing. I'll take these guys down, and then I'll leave. He takes down the villains as fast as he can, and then he rushes over to the hospital. And the nurse says, "You made it. Did I make it? Am I on time?" "Yes, sir. You're on time." And then I'll do that time skip. Time skip. A little tiny baby time skip. And baby birth thing, and the nurse says, "It's a baby boy." And Rimuru and Inko are really happy about this. Oh, it's our little baby boy. Yeah. I thought of a great name for him. Well, I thought of lots of great names for him, but this one's my favorite. Izuku. And Inko says, "Hey, that's the same name that I was thinking." Huh. Well, this is getting kind of. Then they have that blushy moment thing again, like they had the first time when they met. And Rimuru is wondering if Izuku has his powers. Like a sliver copy of it. Then he decides to poke Deku on the cheek. Poke. And Izuku transforms into a slime. And Inko says, "Oh, sweetie, he has your quirk." Yeah. I thought that maybe he would have your quirk, but he has my quirk. Huh. Maybe over time I'll teach him about his quirk. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and time skip to the quirk doctor, and they go to the quirk doctor, and the doctor says, "Ma'am, your son has a quirk, and it's the exact same as your husband's as his father's quirk." We don't know what to register, what type it is. Your husband is Mr. Slime, right? Also, his real name is Rimuru. So, Rimuru's quirk is both an emitter, mutation, and transformation type. We believe your son is the exact same thing. Is the exact same as well. And Izuku is really happy to hear about this. That his quirk is the exact same as his dad's. He gets so excited. By the way, in my video, I'm gonna make it that Bakugo and that Kachan and Deku don't actually meet in this what if just yet until the entrance exam thing. So yeah. And now let's get back to it. Deku goes to a different daycare than the one he that he goes to in the original anime in the canon. So yeah, he has friends. Some said that his quirk is simply a transformation type. So yeah, some call him Deku and things like that, and he decides to take on this name because he doesn't really care about this type of thing. But I've decided to, oh yeah, and I've also decided to make this into a harem thing because harem anime are really funny. Yeah. Izuku, and now over time Izuku wants to learn more about his quirk and what it can do and what it cannot do. So he decides to ask his dad to train him, and his dad complies. They go to the forest where there's animals that has quirks. Yes, like another video. Yeah. Rimuru says that since this forest is known for having the most animals with quirks, I've decided why not here. So yeah, they decided to go deep into the forest, and they found a bear that is generating electricity from that is generating a large and extreme amount of electricity from its body. Then Rimuru tells Deku to transform into his slime form and to jump on it and try to eat it. And Izuku complies and he says okay. And he jumps on it and transforms, and then the bear feels what's happening, and she tries to get Deku off of him, but it's already too late. Deku is already enveloping the bear, and he eats it, and he hears his voice in his head. Analysis complete. Bear, consumed. Now you are able to mimic the bear. Bear's quirk happens to be an electric type quirk, capable of manipulating and generating, including channeling electricity as well. Then Izuku asks, "Hey Dad, what's this voice in my head?" "Oh, that's Great Sage." "Huh, I guess you do have it." And so they decided to, so Izuku goes on and consumes other animals with quirks. And by meanwhile, he has now he has an arsenal of quirks in his possessions. I'll tell you about the name of the quirks later. The first one is called Voltage. It had that weakness where if he generated too much electricity, he could get nauseous. So yeah, sorry, I burped by accident. Okay. Izuku asks Great Sage to if Great Sage can erase that weakness of the quirk. Great Sage says, "Yes, I can. Give me a moment." Okay. Electricity manipulation. Voltage has now been removed of all downsides. It has now become a high quirk. And so they decided to train. Deku trains with this quirk. And well, that's actually where we're going to leave it off. And no, wait a minute. Over time, Izuku goes to different schools, but he doesn't go to the schools where Bakugo is. So his dad decides to pull a few strings and call a few friends to help him out. And he gets into a few schools, but in these schools there are very few. There are actually no. His first one, he goes to one that has very few guys in it, like 20 guys, like 20 dudes, and this goes on, and he actually becomes popular with the girls in this anime, in this What If, and over time he's already in junior high, and now he's already made the quirks that he consumed from other animals, so he can work better as a hero. So yeah, he's already in junior high. Deku, popular with the girls. He's actually very shy around them. So yeah, he's like canon like Deku and canon. So yeah, like that. So Deku then everyone decides, and the teacher asks, "Okay, everyone, I know where all you want to go. You all want to go. Who am I kidding? All of you don't want these jobs. I already know where you want to go. To UA." And everyone gets excited. Every girl in the class gets excited and decides to show off their quirks. Deku decides to also lift his hand, and everyone is not surprised that. And it seems that only 5 students are going to UA in our class, in our entire school. Izuku Midoriya, and everyone is looking at him, and they're not surprised because he has the most powerful quirk. He has a very strong and powerful quirk, so they're not surprised by this. School ends, and Deku decides to take the way home, to, like in canon, shortcut. Then he gets attacked by slime villain, but Great Sage alerts him that a villain has appeared. A villain is about to attack, and Deku decides to drop dog and roll, and he uses one of his quirks that he has to burn the villain. The slime villain is surprised that he got hurt. This kid has a really strong quirk, or more like, I will. Okay, kid, get over here. And the slime villain lunges at Deku again, and then Deku uses like a shield quirk, uses like a force field quirk to uses a repulsion field that sends the slime villain flying, and then Deku decides to use his wind quirk that he has, and decides to create a vacuum, and decides to create a little bubble and condenses the villain in it. Then All Might comes along. Wait, Deku decides that he's going to drop this villain off to the police, but then All Might appears and then say, "I am here," and he asks Deku, "Hey kid, where's the slime villain?" And then Deku says, "Oh, right here in my hand." Then he sees the eyeball inside there, and then All Might is really surprised by this, that Kid actually managed to capture a villain, and Deku then All Might asks, "Hey kid, what's your quirk?" "Oh, my quirk is called slime." slime. Hey, you don't happen to be related to the slime hero, Mr. Slime, right? Yeah, he's my dad, actually. Oh, wow. And then Deku decides to take his leave, and we're gonna make it that. So we're gonna make it that All Might goes off and then signs autograph, and he nerding out. He doesn't want to show his nerdy side, and like cool, but he's actually freaking out inside while playing cool at the same time. Izuku, and we're gonna make it that All Might does drop the bottle. That a flock of birds came out of nowhere, and All Might was blinded, and he dropped the bottle, and then Bakugo kicks it, and you know what happens. Izuku decides that he forgets that he needs to go shopping for dinner, and he hears an explosion. He goes there, and he sees these heroes, and Deku says, "Wait, isn't that the same building that I captured? Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, what happened to All Might?" Then everyone talks about All Might, where is he, and things like that. And then the pro heroes can't get close and when the people in the back says that guy took a kid hostage, and the heroes can't do anything because they're afraid that the sludge villain might do something to hurt the kid, might actually kill the kid even faster. So yeah. Then one of the pro heroes says, "Sorry, kid. Please just hold on a bit longer. Damn it. If only my quirk was stronger. If only I had a powerful quirk, then I could blow this guy away." All Might comes over, and his time ran out, and he's already in his mini All Might form, and Izuku is really mad about this, and he decides to spring into action to save the kid, even though he doesn't know him. And All Might sees this, and the pro heroes try to grab Deku, but his leg turns into slime, and then reattaches itself back on them, latches onto him quickly, and then the sludge villain sees Deku, and then the sludge villain says, "Not you again, kid. No way am I going to get captured. Not again. Take this." The sludge villain decides to throw shards of glass at Deku, and then they go through Deku. And Deku says, "Yeah, right. Like those are going to be able to hit me." Deku decides to grab on to Bakugo and teleport and decides to use his intangible quirk and get him and Bakugo out of there as fast as he can. He shoots out slime from his hand, and like Spider-Man, and repels him and pulls himself out of there. And then All Might is inspired by this and decides to lunge into action and take out the villain. Shockwave, thing like that happen, and everyone is praising Bakugo, and everyone comes in, and they asked Deku, "What's your core? Why did you do it?" And everyone asks him different questions, and then Deku says, "I did it because I didn't like what was happening, so I decided to jump in and help him." But you don't. But do you even are you friends with this kid? No, I'm not. I just decided to jump in and help him. He looked like he was in pain, so I jumped in. And everyone is really surprised at the kindness this kid is showing, and they realize, hey kid, are you by happen be related to the number five, the rank 5 hero, Mr. Slime? Yeah, yeah. Actually, he's my dad. And everyone is in shock and says, "Whoa, this kid is the son of the rank 5 hero, Mr. Slime? Awesome." And they're all saying that in their head. And then Deku decides to get out of there because he's getting uncomfortable being around so many, being surrounded like he's being interrogated. And All Might decides to run after Deku, and then run after Deku, and we all know what's gonna happen. He tells Deku, he decides to cut off Deku at the stop sign, and in Canyon, and then he tells him about the secret, and Deku is at shock about this, and says, "I don't know if I'm worthy." And All Might says, "Yes, kid, you are worthy. I saw the bravery that you showed. That means you are worthy of my quirk. I want you to be my successor." And then they decide to, then the whole workout version thing, you know what happens. And actually, Dad, we're gonna leave it off here for today because I'm really tired. And oh yeah, and to all those, guess what? I've decided that I'm going to comply to your request to a comment that I got, and it says, yes, and I decided to say this, yes, I will make a what if Deku had the black light virus. Yeah, so so everyone should probably be ready for that to show. And this is me signing off, Joyful Anime 19. And everyone, have a great day, and bye. Good night, and enjoy yourselves.